Good morning, everyone. It's 7:30. How are you today? Have you woken up well? Tag someone. Are you there? How are you feeling? Just type yes, 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 yes. Where are you calling us from? Have you joined us? Tag your neighbor, tag your friend, tag your colleague. Just share that today is a Tuesday and we hope that you are well and kicking. Because we come here every day to join you around the world to just wish you the very, very best and hope that these things that we do every day, you'll be able to follow us and use the information. I hope you join the Zambian government and those linked to KK in celebrating 100 years of KK if he lived on 28th April. If he had lived, he was going to be celebrating his 100th birthday. And you know, for those that were not so close with him, we really discussed on the suit that he was going to wear on his 100th birthday. And this is the suit with a bit of Zambia in the pocket. And, you know, he always loved to have these cravats with the Zambian colors. And so we prepared. So we were celebrating on 28th. Some people went, you know, out of their way to do great things. And I hope that you are just one of them. So for us, it was a great celebration. As you know, we are the SBM is the brand owners of the KK Safari suits, which KK himself launched at our store on 28th of April. In 2012, he was 88 years old, and he was very proud of actually launching the suit himself. And because he did like to use this one suit, um, he said that he wanted the suit to be popularized in Zambia and not just East Africa. So those people that want to wear the original KK suit with the label inside, we can socialize with you and share, even just to keep it as a souvenir and celebrate the hero, the father of the nation. Um, so let's celebrate our hero, KK, the father of the nation. I was sure in those in the younger generation who were not there would have read about him, and those who are older can remember him vividly. What positive things can you remember about KK? Let's share some of the things that you can remember about KK. What are some of these things that you can remember about KK? This actually also um, made me realize that we need to do something about how we want to celebrate things and how we want to measure our successes, and just about how we love to celebrate our successes. This led me to have a research on um, on how we manage ourselves in the things that we want to have, and how we really want to make sure that the things that we want are coming to pass. Um, this also came to my mind that the way people relate to things, you know, they would see you, oh, you are my mentor, I've been following you. And I heard this, you know, during this week. I've been following you, you're doing amazing things, and I'm here to make sure that the things are working because you are my mentor, I follow you. And a lot of individuals assume that coaching and mentorship should come free of charge. It's okay if you join our calls on Monday to Friday. It's fine for you to have this a free mentorship academy. But if you really want targeted targeted mentorship, where we ask you, what are the things that you'd like to change? What are the things that you want to manage yourself? What are the things that you really aspire? What successes do you want to make? And what is preventing you from getting those, those results that you desire? Then you connect to a mentor or you connect to a coach. And there's a fee that is attached to, to it. Welcome, Amos. Welcome, Dr. Stephen Mwansashkulu. Stephen, welcome. Welcome, Z. Thank you for joining us. And I hope that you're doing well. So as I was, talking about these things that we miss, sometimes we misuse, the words, and I thought I should be able to research on them. I also want to tell the audience that the information you need is everywhere on the internet. You can Google and you can be able to align yourself with one of the things that you do. But I can also share with you that the information that we share every day, Monday to Friday, is information that we take time to prepare and willingly share with you every day, Monday to Friday. And on Monday, we've been doing this for the last 3 years. Those that are joining us today, for the very first time, we've been doing this every day, Monday to Friday, unless there is a holiday, because we don't want to wake people up when they are resting and they want, they are part of the things that are happening around them. So we respect the holidays that are set. So we don't have these on holidays, like the KK Day was on a holiday, so Rev Water didn't come. And today we've got yours truly, Dr. Sunshine Sylvia, who is presenting to you. So on Monday, we've got Rev Water. On Tuesday, it's Cocktail Chats with me. On Wednesday, it's open day to market the goods and services, that the team has, and those ones that want to join the team, they are free to actually share on Wednesdays. It's an open day, it's open market. You can get in touch with us and we should be able to share your products and services. Thursdays, it's with Dr. Nelly Kangwa. And I hope, even for myself, I've really, really benefited from that. And Fridays, it's healthy tips. So we organize ourselves to find, the healthy tips that we are able to engage. And of late, we have had Dr. Mobanga coming on Fridays to share us with home remedies that sometimes we really do take for granted that they are not, they are not there. And maybe it's something that also needs a mindset shift for us to be able to follow what really is. So if you can hear me very, very clear, we are starting on our topic this morning. Please indicate yes, yes, if you can be able to hear me, and where are you calling us from, and how are you joining us, and let's just get moving on our topic for today. So our topic for today is we did research on the complex issue of desire for free goods and services, and asking ourselves, is it a mindset change issue? Is it a mindset change issue? Thank you, Amos. I can see you. Is it the desire for free things? Is it a mindset change issue? So we dwelled into this, and the desire for the free things can arise from a variety of complex factors. I have taken a careful approach to the topic so that I avoid making broad generalization, so that people just join and not really to say, oh, it's a general thing. It isn't a general thing, because there are people who are very good at following through the things that they want to happen among themselves. So it is really, really not something that we want to generalize. So here are a few perspectives I came across on this issue. The number one thing is just the economic factors. If we can think of economic factors, in areas with high poverty and limited economic opportunities, the prospect of accessing free goods or services can be very, very appealing, everyone just wants to, when you can't afford things, you want to, to appear at a certain place. You want to have a free service, and you want all these things free of charge. As it is, it reduces the financial burden on individuals and households. So maybe economic factors would tend to have us to want free things. This doesn't mean it's a universal African or Zambian mindset, but rather a rational response to challenging economic circumstances. I was like, wow, this is really something that we can be able to just share and meaningfully reduce the chances of just feeling this. And if economic factors are really affecting you, and if you know it's a place that you need to actually pay for, maybe you can just put in an apology that you cannot participate and be given some other avenue of where you can. Because we don't want you also to just feel that economic factors are happening and then you cannot, join the event that you're supposed to be joining. So if you can't, at least, some of these things that we come here free of charge could be one of the things that these are some of the things that we know that on Monday to Friday, at least spare the 30 minutes where you could be able to manage yourself and say, at least let me join the mentorship call, because we have got information that can be able to enrich you and you should be able to join. But if you are going out, really, someone would have paid for something that you're going to enjoy free of charge. So let's be mindful of our surroundings. The other one is historical context. Say colonization, exploitation, and unequal power dynamics have shaped your many societies in Africa and especially in Zambia. This history can contribute to a sense of entitlement. And I say a sense of entitlement because this is what happens most times, where people are entitled, oh, it's at my auntie's place, or it's at a colleague's friend, or it's at my mother's place, or it's at, it's government. So you are entitled to, to that feeling of having free resources as a form of redress or compensation. When we are entitled, we feel I'm being compensated by me doing something. So these are some of the things that really the historical context can be able to play an important role in our minds, even if not always practical or sustainable, because being entitled is not sustainable. It is not going to make you feel that you are just not going to to play that role that you're supposed to be playing if you are really someone who has a history behind you, and it is going to help you maintain your own five senses that we have. The third one really is mindset and cultural norms. I was like, wow, this entitlement is sometimes this issue of three things is mindset and cultural norms. In some communities, an expectation or preference for free things may arise from cultural values around sharing, community support, or distrust of institutions or commercial transactions. Shifting such mindsets requires thoughtfulness, long-term effort at education and empowerment. This I've been noticing even in the mindset change program, where it has to be someone who is focused and who really wants that success, and how are they going to have those things that they desire in another mindset. Because if you do things the same way and expecting a different outcome, is termed as insanity. So we really have to shift so that we can get the outcomes we desire. The other one is the psychological factors. The human desire for something free is not unique to any one nation or culture. It can be influenced by cognitive biases, social pressures, and especially social pressure. I have to look like that one. I have to do this. I have to do that. And also marketing tactics that have exploited this tendency. Sometimes, psychological factors. I know in a lot of what can I call it? In a lot of online business and network marketing, people use psychological factors to make people come to their table, and this has really influenced, that market negatively. Whereas we really need it. Everything is actually network marketing, including banking. They have to do the network marketing for you to get the customers. It is all network marketing. Business is network marketing. If you don't inform people about the products and services that you have, you're not going to sell the services, and products that you have. So just the other things that really affect us, because we don't want to feel that, to feel exploited. When it's network marketing, it's exploitation. They want to get my money. But when they are calling you for a program or for a banking, they want you to open an account with their bank. They want, they are socializing their goods and services. We don't think it's network marketing, but it is. So it just depends on what network marketing you want to follow. I've also learned that the goal should be to understand the root causes and work collaboratively with local stakeholders. This actually, really took me aback, where we have to, to shift these psychological factors. We have to work with local stakeholders to address them. One of the answers is really being organized with mindset change. If we can get organized and do this mindset change process program, then we could be able to undertake some of the things that we do. We've had the experience, and we now know that, yes, indeed, mindset change is possible. And it is really possible because we have proven it, that it is possible. We have had people who actually have been able to manage our, through the program, they've been able to actually shift and confirm that mindset change is possible. Whether you're looking at being effective, if you want to be effective, you have to shift to being effective, and doing the programs that you want on time. Being efficient. We have to make sure that we're doing things less costly, and we get the desired results. We have to make sure that we are managing our own time. It's a shift. If you can be able to actually write down the things that you're going to do, and what time are you going to do those things, and who is going to help you to make those things done. That is just basically what mindset change is doing. It's making you effective, it's making you efficient, it's making you manage time. It's also making you realize that one day you will retire. Who's going to take after your business or the things that you do when you retire? What are you going to do? Which house are you going to be staying in? Who is going to be your neighbor? How are you going to socialize? Who is coming to your funeral when you die? All these things are part of retirement preparedness, and also deals with succession planning. Who is going to do your business? Who is going to run your business? You have invested in your business for a long time. Who is going to succeed you? Or when you die, your business is going to die also if you do not plan for your succession. So these things are psychologically making us feel, they are part of the psychological factors that we need to manage so that we can be able to improve from where we are today to the desired outcome that we want. So this is how we are going to, to manage. I can see Dr. Stephen Mwansai is posting, in many circumstances, it appears that whenever you are a long queue of people, they are either voting or receiving, some free or heavily subsidized items. Yes, yeah, we and you want just to join in because of the free mindset, mentality that we have. Thank you so much for that. Yeah. So coming to our psychological factors, I have also come to realize that we need the change should start at personal level. For example, when you are leaving your home to wherever you have been invited, or even to get crashing, you ask yourself these questions. Yesterday we had a very nice story at a wedding that we were, where someone who actually get crushed got a wife from that event. So sometimes you have to be intentional of where you're going and what is it that you're looking for, so that you can be able to actually get something out of that. But what are you going to do to prepare yourself? Um, if you think about it yourself, I will need a drink or water when I arrive at that place. Someone would have actually bought it, or someone would have prepared it. Someone has bought it and it's there. That's why you even say when you go there, you are going to ask for it. So be aware of where you're going, and if you've gone empty-handed, think twice about it. So there will be, I will need to eat something where I'm going. Someone would have bought that food. It's not free. There is no free lunch, actually. Someone would have actually bought it. I love to be in a clean environment and, well decorated. Don't be overly unappreciative or critical, because that is what someone is able to afford, or that is the level of exposure. So you really, really have to be able to manage yourself in that area and look at it and just appreciate, oh, I'm here. This is what it is. But now we just, being comparative, and we don't even know the pocket of someone. You've gone there, you haven't even contributed anything. You want to expect something that is really huge. Even for weddings, people want to do a big wedding when they can actually not afford it. It is very, I find it very unappreciative when you know that you actually do not have the resources and you want. I heard from a funeral of state council when we were at the funeral, where he was saying, one of the people that knew him, and they were saying, "Oh, you want a Mercedes Benz, or you want to have a champagne a service when you can only just afford the Mossy. Just concentrate on buying yourself the Mossy instead of expecting a champagne when you really cannot afford it. A champagne service, is expensive. Even the person that serves the champagne knows even how to serve it. You want champagne, you even get a cup. Give me some. That's not the way they drink champagne. So if you really are not in that line, just excuse yourself, and you're not going to be able to just portray that ignorance, or portray that, sometimes I don't want to use the word, but that's fine. But this is how we all have to learn. Whatever it is sometimes based on the exposure, based on your level, based on anything. So when we go out to those places that we are managing, let's not be overly entitled to the things that do not belong to you. Whenever you have been invited, take time to appreciate the invitation. Ask a few questions, and I'll give you some examples. When you are being invited and you are responding to, to the things that are in there, out there. Is there anything I can bring over? I have so and so things. Can I do? What do you need? Just be responsive to the invitation. Is it a friend? What they. If it's a friend, then you definitely know what they might need, and you don't even have to ask, but just have the courtesy to carry something, small. It doesn't have to be, but just to appreciate the invitation. This is for me what I've learned actually from being in service organization. Lady Circle and especially Lady Circle, where when you're going to someone, it's home hosting, you take something for them, even if it's a spoon, if it's tissue, if it's small, you know where you're going. And everyone, when they're receiving you, they are there, they can receive your small gift, or an appreciation. You tell them, and these days people are spelling out what they need. So these are some of the things that we really, really need to manage in the way that we do when we are going to events. You must also obey instructions on the invitation. People don't sometimes even see the invitation on the card. They just get a card. They know it's Saturday. They haven't even, they have missed the, to see the detail on the card. From today onwards, please make sure that you read the card. Usually now there is a dress code. You're going to feel out of place and you're not going to fit in because you did not read the card. Read the invitation card and see what is expected of you. Read the card and see what is expected of you so that you can be able to actually be part of the audience. Also, they are putting minimum cost of something. They are putting, if you want, a dress code, they are putting a minimum. If it's a kitchen party, they have seen that if they don't put a minimum, some people are actually not ashamed to actually walk in free of charge and be expectant, demanding a drink, demanding where am I going to sit. Very, 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 awkward situations that people find themselves in. And some of these things, just be, if it's a gift that is required from you, take a gift. If they have extended an invitation to you for your support, if you can't support, tell them that you cannot, not to go yourself and embarrass yourself and make it look like actually there's a mistake or something. Oh, I didn't know this is what we're going to do. That is a very lame excuse. So this is why we really have to obey the things that we need to do. I'd actually encouraged people to have some look through yourself like the way we do in the mindset change program. You look through the mirror and see yourself. This person, is it really me that does such things that are really not acceptable? Is it me that is making things that I really don't want to happen to the other people? Put yourself in the situation of the person that is inviting you. Really, if I have to go to a certain place, what is it that I can contribute, even if it's small? Be aware of yourself and be aware of the event where you're going, where people have spent, and you could be able to be useful. And people will welcome you any day, anytime, because they even know you. There are some people who people don't even want to invite because of the noise that they make when they arrive at an event, even if it's not theirs. Even if they get crushed, they want to make themselves really that kind of a person that is happening. So emphasize individual and local context, because when we desire for three things, sometimes we really need to avoid sweeping generalization, as I said before, and help shape more proactive attitudes and behaviors around the desire for three things. One of the things that we can do is emphasize individual and local context. Focus on understanding the specific lived experiences, economic realities, and cultural norms within communities. Upbringing matters a lot. I remember my mother always told me that whenever I am visiting, taking my children along, going to a funeral or whatever it is, occasion, I must always carry something. And I didn't realize that time that it was so crucial, but I obeyed her just to be, and because she stayed with me for for a while, and I also stayed with my mother-in-law for a while. So I really appreciate their counseling to say whenever you're going something, carry something with you. It doesn't matter, and especially when you're taking children. And it all happens, when I would take children and I know what they need, I know what they eat, so I'll be able to take those. Because sometimes we actually expect that we are going to find things that your children like, you're going to find things that you like. It's not like that. And especially now with economic factors that we're talking about, you should be able to be wary of where you're going and carry something. Carry something with you so that And if you are not sure, don't assume that when you are going, they have everything. Carry at least water. People drink water, especially nowadays, where we find that this is exactly anybody. Water will go a long way because people have to really live. And one of the things that happened when I was researching is critical thinking. And I was even saying, oh, Darlington, we have to, there's Darlington who is the team leader for the expert in critical thinking, and said, we must join hands because critical thinking is part of why people, don't look inside when they're doing something. So that is what we need to be doing, critical thinking at sometimes to be able to live in this mindset that is good. So in conclusion, I can say this research, the goal should be to shift mindset and behaviors through a nuanced, participatory, and empowering approach that respects local context and amplifies its diverse, community-driven solutions, because this is complex. It's a complex challenge, but one that can be addressed through sustained collaborative effort. And remember that today, this is what it is that we did manage because of the things that is around. And those ones that didn't celebrate, KK on 28th, you can join us in just wishing him happy 100th birthday if he lived, and we would be able to reach out to those that would want to purchase a calendar suit. You can reach us to us, and those that want to live in a good mindset, you can also get in touch with us. You can get through us on Facebook page, on our Facebook page, Mindset Change is Possible, or you can get in touch with us on WhatsApp. You can get in touch with us on any of the platforms or any of our team members. They'll be able to guide us to you. So this is what it is. Thank you, Mwenya Mapoma. Yes, this is the calendar suit. I know you've been wanting, we can make one for you. Yes. And I was very, very happy because this time around, as the Kaunda family were going to Chinsali, they came through to just feel, celebrate with us and to just buy, a Kaunda suit to go and show that this is what he wanted. And together with them, we hope that we can make, KK's wish come true by owning a Kaunda suit. So this is what we have today, and hope that you have enjoyed the show or the service that we're offering for you free of charge, and you'll be able to use some of the tidbits that we've shared today. Have a good morning.